Just a couple things at the top. I know there's a lot of interest in the debt limit, so I just want to say a few things here. There continues to be real differences between the parties on these issues. We've been clear about what the president's priorities are and his belief that we should come together to continue the economic progress we've made and invest in the future while also cutting wasteful spending and cutting the deficit. That's what the budget he released on March 9th, more than 2 months ago, that's what it does. It reduces the deficit by $3 trillion over 10 years by cutting wasteful spending on things like subsidies for big oil, which made $200 billion in profits just last year, while at the same time building on the progress we've made, reassuring American jobs, cutting costs for Americans, and investing in our future. The president has already shown that while he is not insisting on his approach, if Republicans in Congress were serious about cutting the deficit and about finding a bipartisan agreement, reasonable bipartisan agreement that can reach the president's desk, they'd be looking at cutting that kind of unnecessary wasteful spending. So look, there's no question we have serious differences, and this is going to continue to be a difficult conversation. That's not lost on us. But the president's team is going to continue to work hard towards a reasonable bipartisan solution that can pass the House and the Senate, because we need Republican and Democrats on this budget negotiation, moving that forward in the House and in the Senate. The stakes could not be higher. A default would plunge our economy into recession. Economists estimate that millions of Americans could lose their jobs. Hardworking families could lose their retirement savings. So our team will stay at it. We will stay focused, and we hope that Speaker McCarthy's team will negotiate in good faith as well.
Oh, wow, friends. A new bill is being pushed by Congress that could help millions of American families. Democrats have also announced that they want to update their plan for a national paid family and medical leave. Recipients of SSDI or unemployment benefits may also be able to qualify for additional financial relief. My dearest friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, do stay tuned, because at the end of today's video, I will be announcing the winners of today's Walmart gift card giveaway. Remember, friends, if you'd like to enter these weekly giveaways, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, friends, of winning the giveaways. Many workers need to take leave from work at some point to address their own health needs or to care for a loved one. Yet whether workers have access to these benefits is up to their employer or state. This week, Democrats in Washington, D.C. reinstated a push to create a national program to provide every worker access to paid family and medical leave. Senate Democrat Kirsten Gillibrand told CNBC News, "After 10 years fighting for paid leave, we are still the only industrialized nation without this essential program." Now, Senate Democrat Kirsten Gillibrand and Democratic Representative Rosa DeLauro are putting forward an updated version of the Family Act. The new version of the proposal comes after Democrats have previously reduced their proposal to 4 weeks leave, with the hopes of getting it included in a broader package. The bill now includes partial income for up to 12 weeks of paid leave. The typical full-time worker would earn about 2/3 of their normal wages, while low-wage workers would be compensated for about 85%. The plan covers leave for workers and family members who have serious health conditions or the birth or adoption of a child. The bill would also cover any worker who has earned at least $2,000 in the past 2 years, regardless of whether those earnings are covered by Social Security taxes. It would also eliminate an unpaid waiting period for benefits, which previously made it so benefits were not available for the first 5 days of caregiving. The proposal would be paid for through a 0.4% payroll tax that would apply to the Medicare taxable wage base. Workers would still be able to receive paid leave through state programs as long as the states can demonstrate they're at least as generous as a federal program. Studies have shown that enacting a federal paid family leave program would have positive benefits. Workers missed out on roughly $28 billion more in wages between March 2020 and February 2022 compared with the previous 2 years. But the challenge is getting bipartisan agreement on the plan. Support for the Family Act in both houses has traditionally been from Democrats, while Republicans have shown great interest in implementing paid leave policies. A sticking point between parties have been how to pay for those plans. While Democrats have proposed funding paid leave through payroll taxes, Republicans have generally talked about funding such a plan by having people borrow against other benefits, such as Social Security benefits or child tax credits. But still, there is some reason to be optimistic about paid leave. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said today that stresses in the banking sector could mean that interest rates will not have to be as high to control inflation. The central bank leader noted that Fed initiatives used to deal with problems at mid-sized banks have mostly halted worst-case scenarios from transpiring. But he also noted that the problems at Silicon Valley Bank and others could still reverberate through the economy. Jerome Powell spoke with markets, mostly expecting the Fed at its June meeting to take a break from the series of rate hikes it began in March 2022. However, pricing has been volatile as Fed officials weigh the impact that policy has had and will have on inflation. Powell characterized current Fed policy as restrictive and said future decisions would be data-dependent as opposed to being a preset course. The Federal Open Market Committee has raised its benchmark borrowing rate to a target of 5% to 5.25% from near zero, where it had sat since the early days of the crisis. Officials have stressed that rate hikes operate with a lag of a year or more, so the policy moves have not completely circulated through the economy. Economists, including those at the Fed itself, have been long predicting that the rate hikes would pull the economy into at least a shallow recession. GDP grew at a less than expected 1.1% rate in the first quarter of this year, but it's on track to accelerate by 2.9% in the second quarter. Economists are telling all Americans to keep an eye on this situation. So, dear friends, do you think that our economy is headed towards a recession? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Well, my most beautiful and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Friday. Thank you so much, friends, for being part of this community. The two winners of today's Walmart gift card giveaway is Patty Longley and Martha Edmonds. Congratulations, my dearest friends. To claim your gift cards, please check your notifications page and send me a message. Or you can message me on my Facebook page. Remember, friends, I'll be announcing more winners in just a few days. If you'd like to enter these weekly giveaways, all you have to do, friends, is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, my friends, of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed Friday.